Welcome, fellow magical folk.
Thank you for joining us today on the Cauldron Chats, where we will sit down and have a conversation with our contributors about their work on the Potions Brewbook, their experience, and just to get to know them better. We are your hosts, Potion Master Humanbob
and Potion Master Yelhsa, the mods of the Potions Brewbook, a collaborative cookbook containing various potions of all kinds, created by our lovely contributors. And today we are joined by our amazing Potion Illustrator Psan. Thank you for joining us today. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Alrighty. So hello, my name's Psandabear, or Psan for short. I usually go by that name. And I'm a page artist for this magazine. I've probably participated in about 15 magazines within the past year. I started early 2019. Yeah, it's doing quite a lot. But I'm a full-time student, and in my spare time, I do like participating in magazines or designing merch because I run a little online store. And I would love to make art like a full-time career if I could. And we're taking a little step here and there. So in the meantime, I fill my spare time with art projects. I really like them.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, you're doing like 4 potions for us,
and also the bonus PDF.
Yeah, that's the most that all of the any of our illustrators are doing, and like we so appreciate it because it's not like you're just putting on the work for, I don't know, like recognition or something like that, but you actually like enjoy doing this and are passionate in it, and it shows through your work and your like enthusiasm just in the Discord server. It's amazing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
your time management skills must be amazing, honestly.
Oh my god. Yeah, like full-time student and doing all of these projects. That is
when I can. I'm more busy during like my breaks and stuff. Like right now, I'm on summer holidays, so
okay.
I'm like, okay, let's go. I got.
Hold on. You're saying that you're more busy during your break than when
during my breaks, I take on more art projects. During the actual school year is when I try to limit myself on magazines. Just because I'm like, okay, I can't put too many things on my plate.
Yeah. I feel like that's what all of us are struggling to do. Just like finding the self-control, to not jump in. Yeah. You must have a lot of self-control then, Psan.
We're slowly getting there.
What are you doing for your as a student?
As a student, I'm studying biology. I'm going in my third year this year. But
oh my god!
I went into agriculture, actually.
Yelhsa.
Agriculture?
Ooh, do we have a fellow bio student?
I'm a neuroscience student.
No, I'm just saying Yelhsa because this is hilarious. When we were deciding on our flash questions, for Mary, we decided on a math question, just like because, and she's also a middle school teacher, so she should know that. But while we were brainstorming for your flash questions, we were like, oh, we don't want to do a math question. We're thinking of maybe a bio question or a geography question. We went with the bio one, and I'm so happy that it kind of aligned with this. It's not going to be a huge one.
Yeah, no, we
but it is kind of a bio one. Okay, you know what? Since we're talking about flash questions, how about we get into it?
Yeah. All right, I'm ready.
Yes. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Do you play D&D? And if so, name one of your characters.
I do not play D&D, but I do want to get into it. I have a couple friends that do, and it sounds so much fun.
Oh my gosh, you totally should. Once I become like a DM, like a dungeon master,
Yeah.
we can totally make a campaign together.
Oh, that would be
I would
awesome.
love that.
Yes. So,
One of my
and then maybe go ahead.
I was gonna say, one of my friends, I was telling him about the Potions Brewbook, and they're actually buying the book so that they can use it during their D&D sessions.
Oh my god.
They're like, I'm so excited, I'm gonna take it to my campaigns, and I'll use the potions as actual potions in the campaign. So they're
That's
really,
so
really hyped for it.
cool.
That is such a good way of
I
using the
love
Potions
that.
Brewbook.
I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
That's so creative.
Oh yes, that is dope. And we're me and Yelhsa, like possibly, if we end up doing more volumes, we actually are thinking of doing something D&D related.
Yes.
Like
That'd be so cool.
hint hint. Yeah, we did like talk briefly about it. But yeah. Okay, next question. What is your favorite thing?
Oh my gosh, my favorite thing? All right, I've probably got to give it to plushies because that's something that I'm super enthusiastic about, and every time I see them, I'm like a little kid. My eyes light up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, give it to me, give it to me. They're everywhere in my life, and I always, I just get so excited when I see them. So I would probably give it to that.
Does size matter?
Size does not matter, but I usually like bigger plushies just because they're so much easier to squeeze.
That's very fair.
Do body pillows count?
Body pillows, they're all right. They'll get the job done in a pinch, but they're not the same as like a cute little bunny.
Oh, okay, fair. Yelhsa, do you want to do the next two questions?
All right. Do you have any magic-related cosplays? And if so, name one cosplay you've done and describe it.
Ooh, I don't cosplay a whole lot, but there was, I guess it kind of applies, but I went to Comic-Con last year, and I love Stardew Valley, and I really wanted to dress up as my little farmer, so I got my little overalls, my shirt, my little farmer's hat. I sewed up a Junimo and a Star Drop, and I put them like on little like lobster claws, so it had a little keychain on my backpack because I wanted the little red backpack that they have in the game.
Yeah.
So that's like the only thing that I've really cosplayed, and I guess you could say there's magic in it because of the Star Drops, but otherwise I have not. I would love to get into the world of cosplay though.
You said something. We remember you said something about doing a cosplay for advertising.
Yes.
For the scene, eh? Are you still considering that?
I am still considering it. I'm not too sure, mainly because my one lipstick that I have that I would use for it melted, and I haven't had time to like go and browse other like options. But I do have all the pieces, and I've actually been waiting for autumn to hit around because I really want to get a little witch hat. I don't have one. So I've been waiting for Halloween time so I can run out and go grab a hat to complete the look. So
that should be
maybe
like, relatively soon because they bring out Halloween stuff like way before October hits. So looking forward to seeing that.
There's just 7 weeks and 5 days left until Halloween.
Yeah, I know.
We're getting there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it feels like these past 5-6 months, like since COVID started, has just like flew by like
and
nothing.
Blended together. Like I've lost track of time.
Really, really blended together.
Yeah. Okay, next question.
All right.
We're gonna go a little bit faster this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, can you spell your name backwards?
Yes. Am I? Wait, hold on. Am I?
Go.
Like, my artist name or my real name?
Your artist name.
Artist name.
Okay. RAEBADN.
Go.
ST. I had to think about it. There's a lot of A's and S's and N's, and I'm like, hold on, wait.
Okay, so me and Yelhsa, I don't think we can check that right now. We're just gonna take it as like, that's probably right.
I'll check it in post.
Yeah. Okay, so How many milliliters are there in a liter?
1,000.
Nice. What do you call a group of cats?
Oh my gosh.
Come on,
I feel
come
like
on,
I
go.
know this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
What potion would you be?
Ooh.
3.
Out of the ones that I choose, or any of them?
Any of them. Just anything you can think of.
Oh my gosh. I would probably be Freedom Potion. I know that's one I did,
Ooh,
but
wow.
I do like to think that I have sort of a free spirit and like a sort of wanderlust. So it'd be really nice to be Freedom Potion.
Aww. Yeah. I honestly love your Freedom Potion. Like the the
very
beautiful
pretty.
teapot that you make, and
Thank
like
you.
oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna fail at flash questions, at answering flash questions, because I literally cannot think of the word bird.
Yes,
Bird.
the bird.
The flying bird steam thingy. Yes.
Yeah, it's
I
very
love that.
cool.
Oh my
I do love
gosh.
that piece.
Thank you.
Okay.
And finally, how would you describe your art style in one sentence?
I think my art style is cute and colorful.
That's perfect. I agree with that.
Yeah, same. It is very bright and like eye catching. Like that's what really drew us in when we were deciding the people. Okay, so not bad.
Yeah.
There were some good answers, and also the cat answer. What is a group of cats called? Is a clouder.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I did see that pop up like on my timeline recently, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's the word? It was really obscure.
Girl, that was a biology question.
Oh, fail. Gotta go back to school.
Well, now you know. So, let's get into our little interview now. Now that we're all warmed up,
All the jitters are out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll ask the first one. What are your thoughts and experiences with witchcraft and potions in general?
I really only know of witchcraft and potions through like video games and fantasy books or movies and things like that. And I always thought they were so fun, especially like as a kid when I was growing up. I would watch a lot of like fantasy movies, and it always intrigued me seeing like the cauldron brewing and all the beautiful colors. Most of the time they were used for evil, and I was like, can't do that. Like there's gotta be like some fun enchanting potions in there. So when I first started drawing, I would draw like mages and witches and all that kind of stuff. And one of my like main characters is like a love mage. So I really like the idea of bright colors, potions, all those pretty effects. So it was really cool seeing a fanzine or brew book about creating potions and all their like little magical properties and how they would all look and all their pretty bottles. Oh, so exciting.
Yeah. Like what you say is like really true. That like now that I think about it, when we think about the good witchcrafts and stuff like that, you don't really see like brewing, the kind of like the cauldrons, the making of potions and stuff like that. Like even in Harry Potter, like you see the potions in the dungeons with like the evilest dude ever, you know. And it's like also I think like it was a different professor position in Harry Potter that was cursed. But anyway, yeah, like now that you say that, it's true that there is that little stereotype that's going on. But yeah, it's like it's good that people like you, people like us, we're trying to change that and show that magic is fun, you know, like, and magic isn't so niche, right? I'm also really curious about your love mage. Can you describe that a little bit?
Oh, she was probably one of my first characters that I ever like created, and basically she was a little apprentice under this witch. You know, she's kind of like a little bit of an outcast, but she's very very kind. And she taught this little girl into the world of magic and stuff like that for her whole life, and she is obsessed with the idea of romance, total hopeless romantic. So she spends most of her days trying to come up with love potions, but usually failing. And everything about her is pink and red, and she's a very fun character to
That's cute.
draw.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. That's
If it's
cute.
okay, yeah, you know what? If it's okay, I totally want to like just show it in the screen like right now because that sounds amazing and so adorable.
Oh my goodness, I probably haven't drawn the character in
I was gonna ask that.
a few years. I would have to go searching
Oh my gosh!
for it because I probably started drawing her when I was like around 14 years old.
That is so long ago. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you ever want to show it to us, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you guys know. I'll
Because I
probably like
really-
after this, I'll go searching for it.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I
Well,
look
if
forward to
you-
seeing
If you guys see it on the screen, that means she found it.
it. Yeah.
And she shared it to us. Yelhsa, you want to ask the next one?
Alright, so this one is going to be about the project. Like, what was your experience like in it? And what did you like being a part about? I can't speak. What did you like about being a part of it?
Oh my goodness, I've been on quite a few fanzines, and this one is such an awesome project. I did join late to the party, but it was really cool seeing it from the beginning because there was, Twitter like buried some of your tweets, and I didn't see the update about the emails being sent out, but I did follow your guys' newsletter, and this is the first time that I've seen a fanzine use a newsletter as part of their like promo, and I thought it was so cool because when I went to go check my inbox, it was all nicely decorated. It was so thematic, and I was so excited to see the project like at the very end. And that's actually how I found out that emails went out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go check. And it was really really interesting. But when I actually got into the project itself, normally these magazines that I'm in, they're very cookie cutter. They follow the same recipe where it's like you fill out the application, you get the email, you join. They have check-ins, whatever. But most of the time, you either pitch your idea or you start drawing, and then it ends up being like
it's very independent, right?
Yeah,
it's very
yeah.
independent.
And you go your own way, and you choose like you're totally in control. Which it's a good thing, but it was so. I guess it was interesting because you get in this project, and there's a whole list of potions that all the chefs came up with, and all these cool ideas. And everyone, the artists, the writers, and and the chefs, they take the same source material and they take it into such different directions. Even working on the Ko-Fi commission, I know that we took me and the writer, we took the same concept or like the same source material, and we went in totally different directions. But it was so cool to see how we perceive other things and how we imagine them and put them together. So for this project, it was so neat to read all the potions, and I gotta say, I got really, really excited because my mind was just zooming, bouncing off the walls. I was like, oh my gosh, this looks cool, this looks cool, this looks cool.
We saw.
Hard to choose. But it was a really, really interesting experience because I actually got to choose something that I probably normally wouldn't have chosen to begin with, because I'm more of a character artist, and this brew book wanted us to be focused on the potions itself, and it really like forced me to figure it out and start drawing like huge graphics and focusing on food. And this brew book actually helped me enjoy drawing food, because now most of the merch that I draw is food, and I'm like, I call myself the little underground food artist. But it's one of those things where it was such a great learning experience, and it was so different than any other magazine that I've participated in, especially because everyone's pieces are so unique and
Yeah.
but it's so cohesive. Like even though everyone's pieces look so different and they took it in their own direction, it's so cool to see it all stitched together because of
Yeah.
how everything, like, it's a mosaic, you know.
Oh my gosh, well said. Well said, Psan. Like, there's so many things. There's so many things that I want to mention. Like there's so many things that you said that I want to point out and talk about. I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh my gosh. Okay,
Where do you start?
first off, yeah. First off, the newsletter. I'm so happy that you thought that, and like I really do hope that everyone else thinks that too, because like newsletters have become my favorite thing to do for projects like these, because it's just like it's an added kind of aesthetic, you know, an added thing that you can put in the aesthetic and involve people. Second off, I love how you said like cookie cutter. It follows a recipe. Like, oh yeah, we are definitely in a cookbook right now.
Yes, we are.
But yeah, like what you said about how a lot of zines are pretty cookie cutter. They follow a process, a typical process. Like, it makes sense, right? Like, zines usually, like they have like there's already an established process
Formula,
and stuff. But
yeah.
for this one, it was like completely like it's the first Potions Brewbook, right? And like what you were saying about how you had to kind of go out of your comfort zone, right? Because you were a character focused artist, but then now you like expanded yourself and you're doing like different kinds of like you were focusing more on food objects and like the scenery and stuff. Yeah, this project was like basically that, going out of our comfort zone, and like figuring out a lot of the obstacles and like how to collaborate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of that, right?
Yeah, a ton of it.
Yeah, which actually leads us to our next question. What was your experience like working with your groups?
Oh, my groups were awesome. It was really fun throwing in, because I was the art portion. It was really nice throwing in the sketches and then having the chef and the writer being like, "Oh my gosh, this looks so cool!" Everyone was so supportive. They were super excited to see it, and it was really nice just to like have our own little like mini group. Like, hey, look, guys, like we're like our potions coming together, because it started off with like such a rough idea, and then it was nice to see all of us start to flesh it out more and more to make it our own little like potion love child. A lot of love went into it, and it came out really, really nice. It was awesome working with my group.
Yeah, I really loved seeing you guys and like the evolution of your pieces and how everything came together. It's very, very amazing.
Would you say there was like a potion that came more easily to you than other ones?
Probably the freedom and the charisma potion were the easiest to execute. I had, and those are actually like my favorite pieces of all the ones that I did. Favoritism.
Yeah, choosing favorites, huh?
I really liked the aesthetic. I liked the vibe, and I had like I think those ones were the ones that I did like the most I guess research on. So putting them all together, a lot of effort went into them. I mean, a lot of effort went into all of them. But these ones were particularly challenging, and then for the amount of effort that was put in, the payoff ended up being so much. Oh, let me find my
So
words.
it's more rewarding. It was pretty
Yes,
rewarding,
more
right?
I was like so much more. What? Yes, more rewarding.
We
We're
got you.
struggling
We
with
got
our
you.
words tonight. It's okay.
Also, that's I love that. Like the more challenging it is, the more you kind of love it because it's just like
Yeah.
you put so much sweat and tears into it.
Mhm.
I'm actually curious. Like, how did you guys do the research?
So for me, because I'm again character artist, I was looking up a bunch of what do you call it? Like references, and I was like, oh my gosh, how do you draw like clear liquid? Like I don't know how to draw liquid. I only know like solid colors. So finding all the different ingredients that were being used in the potion itself, and then wrapping them all together to create a cohesive piece. Um, it was a very like interesting process, and it was cool to see all the different things that were going to be working together and trying to blend in all the colors and still make it look like a believable piece. I was a little bit worried, especially for the charisma potion, on drawing something that would look a little bit tacky with the way like I drew the glass or the way that I colored the liquid, because I wanted things to look transparent, but I also wanted it to look like thick. Like there's definitely like I guess flavor and object in there without being like too overwhelming. So it was kind of a balancing act, and it was one that I had to do a lot more um I guess like studies of to see how like reflections work, to see how liquid behaves and all those things. So
Wow.
it was
Damn.
that's for me that was more of the research process because I
Mhm.
normally don't draw those things as an artist.
And like you say that like you were like originally character artist, but like now, like I don't think anybody would have just thought that like you hadn't really drawn these type of things before because they look so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, like the way it all looks now and everything. Like even me and Yelhsa, like throughout the whole thing, we didn't know that we were we were throwing you this kind of challenge, you know? Like you made it look so seamless.
Yeah.
Like you've done this your whole life, you know?
Thank you.
But yeah, like me and Yelhsa, we so appreciate that willingness, you know, that willingness and eagerness to study something so new and be able to like work with that. Damn, Yelhsa,
Yeah.
oh my gosh,
I did not
we had
know all
such
that.
a yeah, such a good contributor. Damn. Um,
4 potions and studying all that the same. Yeah, no, never.
Yelhsa, you want to ask the next one?
So you kind of answered this already, but so what specifically did you like about your pieces or potions?
I really liked the difference in some of the styles because one piece obviously stands out from the rest, which was the freedom potion. Because normally I draw lined artwork and
Yes.
I do like cell shading, things like that. But the other one was more of a painting, and I do painting from time to time, but I've never painted objects.
Yeah.
So that one was also quite a learning curve. And out of all of these pieces that I created for for the Potions Brewbook, everything was so different and they were so detailed. They're some of my favorite pieces in my portfolio. Every time that I apply to a cookbook now, because I'm starting to do more cookbooks, every time I apply to a cookbook, they're usually zines will ask for your top 3 pieces, and they always make the top 3 because I'm so proud of how they turned out. Because
hell yeah.
the lines are crisp, the colors are good. There's a huge focus on food, and they're some of my favorite pieces to date, just because they've been such huge feats for me growing as an artist.
Aww. Yeah.
I would say though, like my favorite would be the charisma potion, just because of everything that went into it.
And you made the charisma potion, yeah?
Yes, I did. I brewed it up.
Yeah. Oh, how was that? How was that process?
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. There was one but this is actually kind of a funny story. I think 2 of my recipes had chamomile in it, and every time during the entire process that I was working on this brewbook, I could not for the life of me pronounce chamomile. I'm like cham what? Like what is this? And I would look it up on Google. I'm like, okay, it's a flower. So when I went to the store, I was like, what what is this? I don't know what it is. And I was like, oh, chamomile.
Wait, you didn't know about chamomile before this?
I did. I knew of the word chamomile and I knew that I've heard it, but for some reason during the entire like drawing process, I was like, I have no idea what this is until I actually, and I didn't really know until I went shopping for it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know this. It's chamomile. I can't believe I didn't that didn't click sooner.
Oh my gosh.
But the actual cooking. Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, I was just gonna say the actual cooking process was very fun. It smells like autumn. It was such a good recipe and I'm not like a huge cider person. But after cooking it all down, it was so good. I would
oh my God.
I'm gonna make this again for the holidays just because it's so good.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. And that's the beautiful thing about a lot of these. It's not just drinking them, but it's just the whole process of making it, being surrounded by the aroma of it, even just the one ingredient, it makes all the difference, right? It seems with chamomile and stuff. And what I was thinking about while you were talking was that I literally watched this video about exactly what you were talking about, mixing up the pronunciation of chamomile. It was
Really?
about this guy who was chamomile or something like that. So funny. I also make those kind of mistakes of you know what? You know how lingerie is lingerie?
Oh yeah.
I thought it was lingerie before.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, same. Early on, I was like, oh. And then people were saying that, and I was like, how do you spell that?
Yeah, and you're like, oh, really? That's the same word? Are you sure?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Imagine just hearing the word, never seeing the word written out, and you're just like, wait, what? How do you spell that? Based on, it's so funny. Oh my gosh, it's weird how language works. But yeah, we're talking about favorites right now. It seems, I actually want to ask, who were your favorite people to work with?
Ooh, favorite people. As far as my own little groups go, I really liked working with Emil, the chef. Mainly because they were such they would always hype me up, and they were so excited to see their potion get illustrated. So it was so much fun, especially because I got to do multiple potions for their recipes. But another one would be, I believe it's Teeny Traveler is the other artist. Also would super hype me up all the time, and I love seeing their art and their colors, and they made me feel so confident in my artwork. So they were just an absolute joy to work with, and to see to regularly see on the Discord every time that someone posts an update. We're all like, yeah, you go do your thing, and we're just
oh my gosh.
Every contributor in the book was so lovely to work with, because everyone was so excited to see all the different perspectives and to see it all come together. This was probably one of the most wholesome groups I've worked with when it comes to
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed 100%. Like, you know what? When I was asking that question, I was literally making an evil face. Like, you're gonna see. Yeltsa's gonna like draw the evil face on my icon in the video. I'm like, you made it. God damn it! You made it so wholesome. Like, you made it so sincere and
She was trying to
sweet.
get some dirt.
But yeah, like this I agree, this project was incredibly, like, every single person, like including you, like, you were one of the most passionate people I've ever met. Seriously.
Thank you.
Like, I am blessed to talk with you, like to have this conversation with you now too, you know? But yeah, like, just everyone's worked so hard for this project, this charity project, you know, like, yeah, and it's coming out so well. And like, I could not imagine like having this group when I started out, you know. So thank you, and I'm so happy that you feel that, you know, and it's true too. Yelsa, you want to ask the last question of our interview?
Yeah, so why do you think people should buy this cookbook?
Oh my goodness. I love how the book turned out. I've been repeating myself a few times, but everything is so different and it's so unique. There's so much like good different stuff in one book. It like the project was very it was made with love. It feels homemade, but in like such a very caring and passionate way. Um like this this project has, again, is one of the most just wholesome projects to see. And sorry, I'm like drawing a blank. I had a whole like
You're
list of
okay.
things. So
Oh, it's cool. It's cool.
it's so neat to see everyone like work so fervently and sew it all together. It'll be such a like a high quality book, but there's also like practicality to it because it's not just drinks and it's not just like, you know, I mean, it's all potions. There's food, there's drinks, there's a bunch of like home care, self-care stuff, and all the different recipes that are available. Like, you can get a use out of it, and it looks like the whole aesthetic like wraps it all together. And it's such a unique project. There was such a lot of like care put into it, and even the merch, like all the merch. I've never seen a cookbook or a fanzine do something like this where they have, you know, they have things like charms, but they also have like tea towels and strainers, things that you can actually use when making the recipes that are included in the book. And
we
it's
have to
just
meet
so
those.
nice.
Yeah, and we have to meet those stretch
Stretch
goals, right?
goals.
Like those,
Yeah.
the tea towel, the apron.
The apron, oh my gosh, all the stretch goals are so good. I'm I'm really trying to plug this book, you know, cooking the recipes and things like that. There's so much to do. I've like Me and all the other contributors, we put so much work into this where it really feels like a labor of love. And it's like we spent all this time working on pieces and writing everything about the potion. And the book will really envelop people in in every vibe that each potion brings, you know. Like, some of them are a little bit cooler, some of them, you know, are like really bright and warm. They'll make you feel cozy, and every aspect of each potion delivers that same like cozy feel. And it's such a good book. There's so many like different uses for it. I'm a strong advocate. Go support.
It's such a good book. Go buy.
Yeah, and all the profits are gonna get donated to charity. Like, that's another like awesome reason to back the book, because it's like, okay, you get something, we had fun making it, you support our project, but then you're also giving back to, you know, to the community.
Right, and well, personally, I don't know, like, there aren't a lot of projects and like just things in general that support the indigenous, right,
Mhm.
organizations. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, like maybe you guys have seen some, but I haven't seen much. So it's like this is perfect opportune to get something from yourself, like you said, get something for yourself, and also give to to an organization that doesn't normally get a lot of of traction, of yeah, of like support. Yeah, so well said, honestly. And like for the last little bit of our video, are there any like projects or anything that you want to promote? Anything that you want to tell the viewers that you're doing next?
Not a whole lot really. Just working on more magazines, like managing my little shop, but that's about it. Like my main focus, like get this book. I want to get it to hardcover.
That's so sweet.
That's true. Well, thank you so much then
Yes.
for like this has been such a fun interview.
Absolute
And we're
delight.
so happy. Yeah, and we're so happy to have you in this project. Seriously.
Mhm.
Thank you guys for having me. It was such a fun project to work on.
Yeah. Agreed. So, we're gonna say bye for now.
Yes.
We hope everyone enjoys this interview just as much as we did. And yeah, have a good day, everyone, or night,
Yeah.
depending on when you're watching
Whenever
this.
you're watching
Yeah.
this, keep your eyes peeled
Yeah.
for future videos.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Cauldron Chats. We greatly appreciate your support. If you haven't already, give this video a like and leave a comment on your thoughts and join in on the conversation with us. Subscribe to join the Brewbook Academy to see our future videos. We have a lot in store, and here's a tentative schedule for you all. Follow our socials or join our Discord server to get updates on what's going on with the Potions Brewbook. Pre-order the Potions Brewbook to get a cookbook filled with amazing potions, beautiful art, and wonderful writing, as well as some lovely merch to top it all off. All links are in the description down below. Have a wonderful day, stay magical.